Hey everyone, and welcome to the last episode of In the Lab. I'm your boy Dangerous, and we're going to look at making some soca beats. In today's video, we're going to look at creating some groovy soca. Groovy soca is basically like sweet soca, but in today's episode, we're going to approach it a little different today. We're going to approach it with a little Creole influence. Let's take a closer look at what I'm talking about. Follow me. So yes, people, we're in the lab, and like I said in the intro, we can do a kind of groovy soca today, where you have the accordion leading. Some examples of that would be like Lil Rick Can't Tell Me, a lot of Dada's production from Dominica. Actually, you get a lot of accordion and a lot of Dominica music. So we can play with that style a little bit today, or what I like to call my little interpretation of it. As usual, we can start with some drums. So I have a kit here, which is basically rim shot kit. I'm going for that kind of Zuki, kind of cadence, compas feel, French feel. So I have some rim shots and kick, toms, and we can build some vibes. So let's start with a simple straight kick. The BPM that I'm working with today is 122. A nice groovy tempo, speed, not too fast, not too slow. We can start with the kick. Straight snare, basically tap, 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 tap. So we can go straight with these. Add one more rim shot, just on the offs, give it a little more dynamics. Add some toms. I'm gonna use this tom. Nice and boomy and Add the conga. I like to use those congas, especially that playing in the low register, as toms as well. So I would program the congas like if I was programming toms sometimes. All right, at this point, I'm gonna add hi-hat, simple hi-hat, just doing basically what the snare doing. So I would just copy that same pattern onto the hi-hat. Nice. So we can start with this groove, and we can add some percussion to this track, but a little later on down where we have some more music. So now that we have the basic groove, we can move on to the accordion, and we can bang out some licks or to figure out whatever lick we're gonna play to be the lead of this beat. Let's go here to the accordion. Using the expand, you find the accordion in the ethnic folder. There's a few of them. Big accordion. So I can record that. So let's look at the way just play. First thing we do is quantize. You don't have to quantize full velocity for these kind of parts, but sometimes when you just want your track to just have a presence, yeah, it's best to also have the full velocity when you quantize. So you can do full velocity for these. Right, I have a little spoiled note inside of there. So let's fix it. I just delete the notes I don't want. So I'm gonna use that for my first half of the rhythm, and then I will go into this other. So basically we have the accordion, we have the lead, and now to build some music around it. We have our drums, the accordion lead. You can either go back and add more percussion if you want, or you could continue down the line of music and just look to add some percussion in the end. A lot of guys like to get the drums right. Sometimes I like to get the music right first. All depends on your vibe. So let me go back to the drums and add 1 or 2 more percussion just to get a little more dry for the rest of the music. I can mute the kick for this one, so we don't have so much noise and we can hear better what we're doing. So let's go into a kind of percussion folder. Like I said, it's very important to have a library of sounds so that you have a lot of options. And it's also, you have to know your folders as well. If not, you'll be searching up and down, and so make sure that you have your sounds well organized. So I just added a kind of, I don't even know what this is, some kind of wood, a leather percussion, I don't know. It's labeled Shango in my folder. I just like it, so I can just like do like a kind of pounce on the snare just to bring out the dance a little more. So as you can see how I have it playing. Now we should look to add something to keep a little more noise in the track. Kind of iron, anything that noisy. So we added a kind of, I don't even know what that is, a kind of cowbell. I don't know. Well, keeping a low noise, most importantly. So this is what I have it doing in the track. So it's time to do some more music now. We can look at adding some brass or some hits or something bright and exciting like brass. I'm going to use the expand, and I usually build my brass and expand. As I said, expand gives you up to 4 different instruments you can blend together to make your own tones. So I usually start my brass however you want to start your brass for your pleasure. You can do that, but with me, I just keep it really simple. So I have a little something there happening. So let me record it and see. Made a lot of mistakes there, but I'm going to clean it up in a minute. Velocities are all quantize. Let me see what we have. Oh, I love it. So let's clean it up. I have a lot of bad notes happening. Copy and paste down the track. And we just layer this brass with another brass. We got a little more exciting. Nice. So I'm going to go back to the drums for a second, and I'm going to just program a roll just to bring in those different sections. Any roll could do, you know, once it got vibe, you know what I mean? I like to do my simple rolls. 16s, 8, 16s, ta 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 ta. Just something to build real fast. Also, let me add a crash to help accentuate the parts that can come back in. So let's program the roll. We will roll every 8 bars. Copy and paste right down. So yes, so we have the brass, we have the accordion, we have the drums, we have the drum roll. We're looking really nice. So let's quantize what we have and do some editing. I'm going to only use a loop of that, which is probably the one that I played at the end. All right, so we have our Fender Rhodes, we have a accordion lead, we also have some brass, our drums, drum roll, percussion. Only thing that I'm missing now is that bass line. So we can go through some basses, see what we have. I'm more natural songing bass, acoustic, more like bass sound more than the sub basses and the synth basses. Would be more welcome in a situation like this. Sometimes the sub basses work too. All depends the sound that you're looking for. But I'm looking for a more finger bass. So I go into my expand, and there's a full finger bass inside this kit. All right, so let me record this bass. In between two minds of walking the bass when the rhythm change, or doing something more jammy, but I think I'm gonna walk it. So there we go. So we have some bass lines down. If you notice, I've had the walking bass also playing, sneaking it in here and there to give it a kind of more zouk feel. So I will probably use that pattern. So let's quantize and edit. Full velocity. So yes, we have all the elements together now for another sweet soca, where we have the accordion as the main feature, the lead. And supporting that will be the Fender Rose, the brass, obviously the drums. There's another approach to doing sweet soca. We're using elements of your Caribbean islands, your neighboring islands. Big up Dominica for this one. Thanks for joining me in the lab. Thanks for watching the series, making these beats with me. It has been fun. It has been see my creative process, different approaches to music. So like I said, thanks for coming.